Okay, so we just started recording. Welcome to our Discover Arbonne. I want to introduce you, Jamie Kanner, my very good friend. And a couple minutes ago, I just told the audience everything about Jamie that I wanted to share. But she's going to tell you more about herself right now, right? You will fill in the dots for the recording audience.
I will fill in the dots. So welcome, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. I adore you, Gosha. I'm grateful to have met you. That's the best part about being in Arbonne is I always tell people, oh my gosh, the tribe of women and people that we get to be around is the greatest gift of all, because I wouldn't be the person that I am today without the amazing women in our company who just lift you up at all times. And most people in the real world don't get that. It's just not what happens. Just a little quick story about my background. I celebrate 22 years in Arbonne. Oh my God, I'm 85. Don't I look great? Really, 22 years ago, I worked in corporate America, and we had a baby girl, and she was 14 months old. Oh, and I hated leaving her every day. It was horrible. Some women are really good working moms. I was not. So we would go out to lunch and have these corporate lunches, and I'd be staring at the moms with their kids and the Cheerios on the floor and the babies crying. And I would just feel so guilty and bad that, I left my daughter every day. And in corporate America, I don't know how many of you on the phone or on the Zoom call work or have worked in corporate America, they're always trying to figure out how you can make more money for them and maximize your time. So we went to a time management seminar, and they had us track our day for like 2 days, every hour. And at the end of that time, I realized I was spending maybe an hour, 15 minutes a day with my infant daughter. And that just devastated me. That just crushed my heart. I was like, this is not how I planned it. I need to find a plan B, which I went looking for. Now, for so many people, like nowadays, you can Skype in, you can click on your computer and Zoom in and learn about a company. I actually went to an opportunity meeting for another company that I didn't end up joining, and I took a plane there. I flew to an opportunity meeting and got a hotel room. Like, I was on a mission. This was not something I was going to try, or maybe I was like, I need to match my salary. I need to get out of this company. Not that it was a bad company, but it was certainly didn't have my best interest at heart. And so I was on the hunt to find a company, a plan B. And as Gosha mentioned, my husband's an attorney. So I would tell him about all these companies that I found. And the one I flew to meet, he was like, oh, no, you can't join that one. And it was a $10,000 investment. I mean, this is how desperate I was. Okay. I was like, I have got to have my own business. And my husband said, oh, no, they have a bad rap. People in Washington know who they are. You can't join that company. So I was just like, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? And I discovered Arbonne by accident, really. And it was just kind of this fluke thing that happened. And I saw an ad, and this girl had put an ad in a really nice magazine, and I was the only person that answered. Okay. But it worked out okay for her and for me. So I had never even tried the products. She came to my house. She told me about the company. She told me about the income potential. She told me that it was, made in Switzerland, and we were botanical. And she told me there was a white Mercedes-Benz. And having a white Mercedes was already on my bucket list, was already on my dream board. So the minute she said white Mercedes, I was like, where do I sign? I think it's like a few $100. I hadn't even tried the products. I was like, sign me up. Like, that's how much I was looking for a business. Like, what is my income potential? How can I get home and work from home and have a family? And I signed up, and I really didn't know what I was doing. I was terrible at it. Okay. and I say terrible, like I'm not kidding. People would give me fake phone numbers. Their eyes would roll. Like I'd be like, oh my God, this is the greatest business. I was bad at it. And they would say, well, we can see why you're good at it. And they would like run the other way. Okay. And I thought, I am just not quitting. I don't care what I have to do to get good at this. And I accidentally won one of the conference fees to our leadership conference, which at the time was called like MTS or something. It was in Tennessee. And the person who sponsored me and the person above her called me up and said, hey, you sold enough product and you got a free conference. All you have to pay for is your airline ticket or whatever. So I was like, okay, I'll go. So I go to the conference, and who do I meet? Our former president, Rita Davenport. And at that point, I listened to her speak, and I said to myself, that's it, I'm in for life. Like the whole philosophy of the company, the whole culture, everything about the company and the speakers they brought in and the women, at the time it was mostly women 22 years ago that I met, I said, I don't care how long it takes me, which wasn't a good thing to say. I should have said, I'm going to learn this fast, but I said, I don't care how long it's going to take me. I'm going to do everything I can. So I plugged into every single conference call. I plugged into every single training. I won everything. I earned every bonus. And I'm just going to share a little bit about the Arbonne opportunity. I mean, my story is one of struggle. I wish I could tell you, oh, I rocketed to the top and I was an RVP in 8 days. But that's not what happened. And I had a lot of children, and it was hard and I was tired, but I never let the dream stealers take away my dream. Because people would say to me, oh, are you doing that thing? Do you have that car yet? Like people kind of made fun of me. And I thought to myself, they are not going to put my kids through college. They are not going to pay my bills. They are not going to give me a free Mercedes. They are not going to change my life. They are not going to give me a 6-figure residual income. So really, who cares what they think or say? And that, to me, is the secret to success in this business. If you want to build an Arbonne business, or you're looking at this like, could this work for me? I'm going to tell you right now, all you need is to not listen to anyone that doubts you, because this business works. What did we pay out last year? I think I read, Gosha, someone said it at one of our meetings, over $200 million in commission checks. Yeah. $200 million. That's a lot of money. And this, we did $500 million, our company. We're like a serious company, and we are crushing it in the network marketing. So for people that are looking at a business opportunity, the number one thing that holds people back is fear. False evidence appearing real. Oh, what will people say? What if I fail? What if I this? What if I that? That is just your head making excuses. That's just your, fight or flight. So really, that was the secret to my success. Never listening to those people and only listening to what I wanted and what I was capable of doing. So I just would like to ask all of you, what do you want? What's important to you? Do you want to travel? Do you need money for retirement? Do you want to get out of debt? I just read on Facebook one of our leaders who joined Arbonne just to, do our 30 Days to Healthy Living program. I think it's 4 years later, she just paid off her house. So what would that feel like to not have any debt? What would that feel like to meet Gosha and I on cruises in the Bahamas and hang out at the beach? What would it feel like? Like I have a girlfriend, she calls me up on Monday. She says, hi, I guess you're on your way to yoga class. I'm on my way to work. I'm like, well, Lori, anytime you want to join me, you could be at yoga whenever you feel like it too. So like, are you 100% happy in your life right now? Or are you thinking there's more to life and I just haven't figured out how to get it? Because in Arbonne, we want to know what's important to you. And most people, they're either looking for time freedom or income freedom. And so some people have plenty of money and no time, and some people have no time and no money. So really think about what's really important to you, because we have a business model that can provide whatever your dreams are for you. And I think it goes without saying that there's no way I could have been part of Arbonne had they not been pure, safe, beneficial, botanically based, vegan, dermatologist tested, all of that stuff. Because I was the crazy girl who 22 years ago drove a half an hour to get to Whole Foods so my babies could have organic milk. Because I learned from coming to Arbonne conferences and listening and, learning that like chemicals were bad for you. I had a girl say to me, I met her like 20 years ago, and she's still a client. And she said to me, I just really want to thank you. I said, what for? She said, you know how much healthier my family is today because I met you? And she was a total skeptic. Don't ask me to buy anything. I'm never going to do this business. La, 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 la. She ended up joining the whole 9 yards. But she's like, and the Whole Foods bags are all over her kitchen. She's like, I wouldn't have known any of this if it wasn't for you. And I just really want to thank you because we're all so much healthier today because I came to that presentation. So it's like, if you really want to be part of something that stands for pure, safe, and beneficial, and you don't want to use chemicals anymore, and you want to know like what's out there that's healthy and good for you, and that you could also earn an income from, well, that's us. That's Arbonne. I love the fact that now we're gluten-free. We've never had petroleum, no parabens, no phthalates, no artificial sweeteners, no formaldehyde, no animal byproducts. Horrible. And we have 400 products. So like, I know there's a lot of companies out there, and some of them are really good. Like people sell clothes, people sell jewelry, people sell lots of things. But there is no way that I would bust my booty for something that wasn't consumable. People do not wake up in the morning and panic, oh, I need a new ring. Oh my God, I have to have a new shirt, or I must have a new sweater. Because I guarantee you every single person on this phone has a closet full of clothes and jewelry and all kinds of stuff. So, but people do wake up in the morning, and Gosha will attest to this, panicked. I ran out of fizzies. Oh my God, I don't have any eye cream. I ran out of shampoo. Do you have any? Like, people will call me, I have no more fiber. What's on your shelf? Like, do you have any?
My husband is the first one.
They're panicked.
Yeah. He's like,
They're panicked.
I don't have any fizzy sticks. I'm like, honey, right. We do. We have a stock of them downstairs.
Right. They panic, okay? I mean, I get those panic phone calls like, can you leave it in your mailbox? Can you leave it in your front door? I'm like, so that's the beauty of this. Once people start using our products, they do not want to be without them. I do not want to be without them ever. All right. So I travel with, my protein shakes and my fizzies, and I'm counting out my days and extras for the flight attendants. And, like, people just don't want to be without our products. And so when a client gets to log in to our website and see that we have 400 products that they're using every day. I was listening to, I forgot, one of the other national vice presidents, and he was so funny. He's like, people do not get in the shower and say, oh, no body wash for the third day in a row. No, they make sure they have 2 bottles on the shelf. They don't think, oh, 4th day in a row, no shampoo. Like, I just would not be without be without our eye cream. I wouldn't be without my neck cream. Like, so people are the same way. And once they find something they love, they're so happy and they don't want to be without it. So to me, that's one of the most amazing parts about Arbonne. Excuse me. Is there an echo? No. Here it goes, Shar. Is it okay?
But you know what? I'm going to notes, everybody. Here we go. I think we are good now.
Okay. So what we help people do is show them how to stop going from mall to mall to mall and buying things at a store where it's been marked up 100 to 200%. One of the girls on my team, she worked in wholesale floral industry. And she said, Jamie, flowers are marked up 200%. 200%. So what we try and help people understand is you're going around to all these different stores and you're just paying markup 100 to 200%. So let us show you how you can shop from your own mall, order online, have it delivered right to your front door, and turn an expense that you're buying all over the place into an income by sharing it with other people. And the cool thing about it is, especially for women, we're always sharing. Oh, where'd you get that handbag? Oh, I love your lip gloss. Who does who does your hair? Who does this? Who does that? And, if you think about it, probably at least once over the weekend, you told someone a good movie, a good restaurant, a great sale that was going on. I'm the queen of the deal. I'm always posting about crazy sales wherever I go, LA or, Colorado, whatever. But none of those stores are kicking me back any money. They're not giving me free gift certificates. Like, hey, thanks for sending all your friends to Nordstrom Rack today. No, that doesn't happen. So we're natural networkers. We're naturally doing this, and most people aren't getting paid. And that's why what we show people how to do is, here's how you can get paid for sharing what you're excited about, because people are asking you anyways, and you could show them how to shop from their own mall. And I already talked about how, like, the markup, it goes from the wholesaler to the warehouse to the manufacturer and then the store has to pay lights and electricity and insurance and all these things, and that just tacks on the price. So by the time it gets to you, you've overpaid. And in Arbonne, the products go right from the warehouse to your house. And then all that money in the middle that all those other companies are paying Charlize Theron $1 million, for ads, that goes in our pockets, and it goes into research and development, which is very cool. We're like the marketing department, which I love. So many smart business people are involved in not only health and wellness, but in the direct sales industry. Warren Buffett and Robert Kiyosaki, Paul Zane Pilzer. I mean, this is has become such a respected way of business. I mean, when I started, people were like, what is that? And I had to educate people. But now so many people are buying products through these types of channels. It's become so much more accepted. And why is our company booming now? This is the best part. Well, one, the baby boomers. And one of my new clients one of my new business partners is a baby boomer. And I said, like me, and I said to him, so many people are wondering what happened to their retirement because the economy and this happened. And he's like, this is the topic of conversation when we go out with our friends. Where did all the money go? So these people, they still want their bucket list and they still want to travel, and their kids are out of the nest and they don't have the funds to do it because they got hit in the most recent downturn. So they're joining Arbonne and companies like us because they're looking for a way to fund their travel and their trips and their golden years. And then the other groups that are really flocking to Arbonne is Generation X. And they're all about, is it green? Is it good for the environment? Is it good for the earth? And they want to be a part of companies that aren't polluting, that aren't using chemicals. I mean, that's really important to them, and just like it's important to us. And then we have the millennials. I love these guys because they don't want to work in an office. They don't want to work for a boss. They don't want to be in a cubicle. They want their birthday to last for a week. They want everyone on Facebook to keep reminding them it's their birthday day, their birthday weekend, their birthday week. They want freedom. And they want flexibility, and they want to own their own life, and they want to party and play and have fun and make money. So there's no way they're sitting behind a desk. So they're looking for opportunities like this. And they're flocking to companies like Arbonne every day because we offer that freedom lifestyle. And many of them watch their parents get stuck, working, laid off, or downsized, right-sized, capsized. And they thought, they're thinking this is not for me. And then there is the digital generation. They like their phones connected to them. Like it's like an IV line connected 24/7. They want to do business from their phone. They want to order. They want, and that's the cool thing. Oh my gosh, when I started with Arbonne, we had to call people. We had to be near a phone. Now I can text someone and be like, hey, girlfriend, can you meet for coffee? Like, I'd love to share something with you. Boom, boom, 2 seconds. So when people tell me they're busy or they don't have a lot of time to do this business, they're busy, I don't know, watching the Kardashians on TV. I don't know what they're doing because it takes minutes to send a text and schedule an appointment. It takes seconds to message someone on Facebook. Sunday night at 10:30, I got a text. Hi, Jamie, remember me? My name is Susie. You shared with me that Arbonne's opening up Taiwan and Korea. I have a friend and she's interested. Here's her cell. I'm like, okay, text. Hi, Teresa. This is Jamie. Susie gave me your number. I'd love to meet with you. She goes, great. How's Tuesday? Tuesday's perfect. 1:30, done. I don't know. Maybe it took 3 minutes. I'm not saying that we don't work because we do work. All right. But the speed at which we can do our jobs now, oh my God, it's magical. It's magical. I don't have to have someone try it on. I don't have to have someone, I can have people shop online from their store. I can send them a link. All these other companies that can't do this, they're so missing out. Okay. Can you tell I love my job? Why? So another reason why Arbonne, well, okay, I already talked about consumable products. And then of course, the demand for health and wellness. This is so important. There's so many people getting sick. Like we have to take care of ourselves. If we're going to be here a long time, we have to get and stay healthy. And, when we're healthy, our families get healthy and it just kind of goes down like dominoes in a good way. So I've always been about health and wellness, but it's so exciting to be part of a company that has products that you can proudly promote because they're like a woman I talked to today. She said, I'm off gluten and dairy. So are your shakes dairy and gluten-free? I'm like, dairy-free, gluten-free, soy-free, vegan, non-GMO. Oh yeah. And they're kosher too. She was like, oh, that's great. So I don't know anyone that can touch us in terms of how healthy and good for you our products are. The other thing people really want is they want to be able to leverage their time. I mean, especially I think with Facebook, everyone thinks everyone's having a party all the time. And I'm sure that's not really true, but it seems that way. People say to me, oh, where are you this week? Like, where's Waldo? You were in LA, you were in Boulder. That's because my business goes with me just like this. I set up meetings. Hi, I'm coming to LA. You want to meet for coffee? Hi, I'm going to Boulder. Let's sit down. Or we're having a taste testing. Or wherever I go, my business goes with me. And so I can have fun and be at yoga on the rocks and an hour later be doing an Arbonne workshop with my laptop or my iPad, which is, I don't know, the funnest thing in the whole world. And of course, we're internet based. So people want an online business. So what we're helping people do is, get healthy, look younger, feel better, use products that are good for them, and stop going around and buying them in all those other stores. I had a girlfriend call me up and go, I am sick and tired of making other people rich. I said, yeah, I've been telling you that for a while. It's time you started shopping in your own mall. She goes, really, truly, I'm finally ready. So we're helping people shop from their own mall and then showing them, look, share this. Share this. You can build it small or build it big. It's up to you. No one's going to pressure you because we're not anyone's bosses. We have a volunteer army. All right. So if people want to be customers, great. If they want to be business builders and make $300 to $500 extra a month, great. If they're crazy like me and they're like, all right, I got to match my corporate salary. How can I get to 6 figures as quickly as possible? That's fabulous too. And, I'm just going to share a little bit about the money. And a lot of people, everyone comes to this for a different reason. Some people look at me, oh, I just want to help other people. I just want to make a little extra money, like I was saying. But I want you to know that I came in and I was like, the only way I can quit my job is if I match my salary, because we had just moved into our house. We had a baby and I couldn't just not work. So I was very I looked at the pay plan very closely to figure out I didn't understand how I was going to get there, but I knew the number that I had to get to. And that was like area manager as quickly as possible. So there's 4 levels in our company. The first level is district manager. People do that in a month to 3 months. It's between $500 and $1,500 a month. Oh, and I really should share with all of you, Gosha mentioned that, I go on these trips with my husband, and our husbands are friendly, but my husband didn't support this at all. Because remember, he's a lawyer. So he thinks black and white. I was raised entrepreneurial. And so to me, I was like, black, white, gray. It didn't matter to me. I was going for it. But he was like, this is not, like he had all kinds of stuff to say. And I had to ignore him too as my journey up. So that's the first level. Second level, area manager, average check. And think about it. Are you average or are you above average? Average income, $1,500 to $4,000. It says 3 on the sheet, but I was making 4 because there's a lot of bonuses in our pay plan. And I thought, well, if Arbonne's going to give me a bonus, I'm going to work for where the bonus is. And the other cool thing in area manager is you can will your business. And I have to say, I lost a friend last week. She died of cancer. And you know what? She didn't have a willable business. She had 2 children, and they're in trouble financially now. And that's horrible. She was 45 years old. And I had another friend this week. She has cancer. She ended up in the hospital. She's doing okay. But we don't know how long we have here. And if you can't will your business, then you need to look into how to have a business that you can will. Because God forbid, if anything ever happened to me, my 6-figure paycheck, my husband or my children would get it. And that would be a huge burden off of them to know that money was still coming in. So at the area manager level, we can will our businesses. The third level, regional vice president, this is where I was like, the car. Average income here between $5,000 and $8,000 a month. But more importantly than that, on top of that income, working 7 to 10, 15 hours a week, is an $800 cash bonus towards the lease or purchase of any Mercedes of your choice, as long as it's white, because we're pure, safe, and beneficial. Sorry about that. We work from home and all kinds of crazy things happen, right? At least my cat's not jumping in my lap. And the third level, national vice president, woo-hoo-hoo, average income, think about this, average, $21,500 a month. That's like a gangster money, okay? And the car bonus is $1,000 a month. And I think what most people don't realize about this car bonus is, my lease is $703, but my bonus is $1,000. So I'm up, $297 every month. And some people buy their cars, and Arbonne still sends you the check after you paid your car off because that's part of our package. So I know some people think, I don't know. That sounds crazy, but once you get involved into Arbonne and you start to understand the more people you help, the more money you earn, it's this magical thing that happens. And so I always like to, share with people that whatever doubts or fears that you have, you'll never know unless you try. And I was reading this quote about life, and you're not meant to go to the end kind of all pretty and nice, but we're supposed to skid into home plate, all messed up, hair blown back. I always thought, what do I want my great grandchildren to say someday? Grandma Jamie, she went for it, and it's scary. And sometimes you have to get out of your comfort zone and call people, and you don't know what they're going to say. But that's life. How can you grow? We're meant to grow. We came here to grow. I think if I didn't have Arbonne in my life, I would be so unhappy because I wouldn't have a vehicle to grow myself, and I wouldn't have a vehicle to help other people because people come to me all the time. How can I lose weight? How can I get healthy? How can I make extra money? What if I didn't have Arbonne? I didn't know about Arbonne. I'd be like, I wouldn't have anything to help them with. And so I'm so grateful that I found my mission, my tribe, my legacy. And I just want to say that a lot of times when we do this business, we don't really know how it's going to affect the people that we love and that love us. And I could say I have 4 children, and my daughters watch me build this business, and they are literally crushing it in business. My 24-year-old is completely on her own. She's a singer-songwriter in LA. She made $75,000 last year selling shoes because she watched me sell. She knows that I do this from my heart. She knows I talk about the results that people get. And my 21-year-old, she's amazing. She's being offered a job right now. That was probably her calling me. Okay. So like what I didn't realize is while I was doing this business, they were watching and they learned skills that just have made them amazing women. You know, they know how to shake someone's hand and look them straight in the eye and make conversation and help people and serve. And they watch me like, you know, go out of my way and have people in our home from all walks of life and every different color. And they watched, you know, calm in the chaos. And they were at the Mercedes presentations and they grew up in Arbonne. And so they're different now because I'm different because of Arbonne. So I really just would ask, you know, you on the phone, on the line, on the recall, on the replay, like where do you see yourself 3 to 5 years from now? Do you feel like your life is exactly where you want it to be, or are you looking for more fun, more joy, more passion, more travel, more oomph? Because if you're looking for that, like that's really what we are and what we do. Like we're just amazing company. And I'm so grateful. I'm just so grateful. And I hope each and every one of you jump in because there's everything to gain and nothing to lose. And that's my story. And I'm sticking to it, Kosha. So
you are. I know. Oh, that's you are amazing. And, don't you love her? How she just has so much life at 8 p.m., 8:30 p.m. Oh my gosh. You know what? It is amazing how this life is just, how this business is really life changing. And you know, I always thought about Arbonne like from the like the positive side, like, oh yeah, we'll go on a cruise. Oh yeah, we'll meet in the Bahamas. Oh yeah, see you in Maui, right? And that's wonderful. That's absolutely wonderful side of Arbonne. It's all the perks. So you get an amazing paycheck. You get bonuses, which is like, I call it shopping money. And then you get like Mercedes bonus, right? You have a car in your driveway, in your garage. But you know what? This week, what I'm experiencing is a peace of mind. Like, okay, so my husband had an accident and on his bike, he broke his collarbone, shattered it in 4 places. So a titanium plate and 8 screws later, he's doing better a week after surgery. We had to cancel our cruise. So we are not in the Bahamas today. But you know what? Every day he says, honey, I cannot even tell you how thankful I'm for Arbonne because I don't have to worry today. He cannot move, he cannot do anything pretty much for 6 weeks. But you know what? For the next 6 weeks, I don't have to worry about where our income is going to come from, who is going to pay the mortgage, who is going to pay our bills. Right. And on top of that, you don't have to work. You don't have to worry about it either.
Right.
And you know what?
For impact.
That is exactly, that's called, we're taught, prepare for impact. Things will happen in your life. We didn't expect that. We were planning to be in Bahamas on a cruise today. You know what? We were not, but we are so fine because Arbonne covered us. Like we are covered. The only thing we are missing is the boat, is the cruise. But my husband has no worries about, you know, what's going to happen. And I was doing the Discover Arbonne actually for Poland. We just opened Poland. And I was I just did it last week, just after the accident happened, before his surgery. And I said, you guys, you know, I'm not going to be that available today and this week because this is what's going on. I have visits, doctor's visits and x-rays and, you know, surgery tomorrow. But, you know, we'll be fine. And one of the girls on the call says, Gosha, I just want to tell you, 2 weeks ago, my husband fell in our house and broke his wrist. The only difference, he had surgeries, he will be doing fine too. But the only difference between you and me is that my business is not where yours is right now, and he is the main income earner, and he's an entrepreneur, business owner, and for the next 8-9 weeks he cannot work. We have no income. And you know what? That's the beauty of Arbonne when we are missing the cruise, when we are not in the Bahamas, when things happen in our life. And I'm sure Jamie can tell you story after story with 4 kids, right? How Arbonne was there for her. And it just cushioned her when things happen in life, right?
Yeah, my kids needed a lot of therapies and very expensive. So I just kept working. I just kept working because kids are expensive, families are expensive, prepare for impact, things happen, and you just don't know. So you work hard now so that you have that cushion and you're prepared for impact. Because if you don't, you end up like going, oh my gosh, woulda, coulda, shoulda, I should have done it. I never wanted to look back at my life and say, I wish I would have worked harder, done this, said yes. That's, it's never too late, but take it serious for what it can do for you and what it can do for others that you know and love. So I thank you so much for letting me share tonight, Gosha. I love you to pieces. I wish Chris a speedy recovery and send him all of our love. And I thank you for letting me share with your peeps.
Thank you. You are amazing. And we are going to see you in Maui.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'll talk to you soon, honey. Love you.
Love you. Bye. And I'm just going to finish it briefly, and I'm just going to ask you, as Jamie said, 5 years from now, where do you want to be? And one sentence that turned my head was also spoken by our former Vice President Rita Davenport, and that's when I wasn't looking for Arbonne at all. And she said, "Success is living your life the way you choose to, and letting go of things that don't work anymore." And I thought that everything was great in my life. And then I realized, wait a second, yeah, I love what I do, but the long hours, not having a life, that wasn't working anymore. But I didn't even know it wasn't working. And to have a plan B, it's just smart. In today's economy, how can you live without a plan B? Right? So my question for you is, if you don't change anything in your life today, where are you going to be 5 years from now? And do you like that picture? If you don't, join us, join our team. We want to welcome you and invite you to join our team. And if you think that everything is fine and you don't need anything in your life, you love the way your life is right now, this may not be for you. But if you have dreams and you may need either time or money to make them happen, then this may be something that you really need to take a look at seriously and talk with your consultant, discuss it. She's going to give you all the information and really think about it and join us, because no one ever at a national vice president says, oh, I so wish I didn't do this business 10 years ago, 14 years ago. No, today we are taken care of because I did. And you can be taken care of. You can build a financial wall around your family that nothing can penetrate. So with that, I'm going to leave you. Thank you so much for being with us, and hopefully we'll see you soon or hear from you soon.